every evening via every Friday evening via the bro on OT TV. We are streaming live on Facebook and we are also live on YouTube. And then you bring so Yasain Eshiemu. I want to say a big thank you to all of you for joining us on this show. I know this evening you might have other programs at Kaubetimi Akko, but you've decided to join us for us to have a discussion on how to invest in Ghana. There are so many investment opportunities at Ghana. As we, as diasporans, we can take advantage of it. Penny forecast in Bise Kuntunya, Ninchiana, Apple, Edea, Yentina, Ahanumwa, Debbie Ebekofi, na Yekofi and Swa, Edian, Ena, yes, Ewayechi, and into Ene enumerate Taptap send, Edwin, whom say, and who be here, say, yen customers. You information on how you will be able to invest back home. Said the buyer will back to Ghana. Who will be or honoma? Just say once you know, me at the home so. You will be working in abroad, but you can be saving back at home. So this evening we will be talking about investment opportunities in Ghana. Meda Taptap send us say every Friday be oma babe so yimu ema yetimi ede dwumadie ede ebrew e wo baby bia wo eni ntanyumre Rebecca say won't download the Taptap send app no e wo phone so I will encourage you to download the app now, and today I'm giving you the opportunity to have £5 free of charge by using the promo code Ghana. In the process of downloading the app, your promo code now the Ghana, GHANA, Ghana. What is share number? About £5. So when you maybe answer about €5. Free of charge from Taptap send. Or send me download the app near you brain. Answer no mame emfa a quick commercials from our sponsors, and we will come back and I will introduce my guest who is going to speak to us this evening on the topic investment opportunities in Ghana. Yanko commercial break. Yabape. I will introduce my guest to you.
Me did young antechua, and maybe I'm discovered for Europe. I come a bush for Ghana. No, me used to tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Easy, convenient, fast, and some say free. Won't you share? Me discover my pimp. Tap send. Internet. Also download the Taptap send app. No, ever mobile phone so free. Nefesi kakomu ebusuya for Ghana for na. Taptap send. Papa no.
Hello, I'm Rofeka, living in Europe, Italy to be precise. And whenever I'm sending money to Africa, Ghana, I use Taptap send. Taptap send is an app that can be used to send money, any amount of money, to your loved ones. You can simply download this app on Google Play Store. And believe me, you will thank me later because it's very convenient, it's very safe, and so fast. Taptap send, you've indeed changed our lifestyle.
Hello, my name is Sita. Living in Europe, Italy to precise. Whenever I want to send money home to Ghana, I use Taptap send. It's affordable, reliable, and so convenient. Download the app, use it, and thank me later. Taptap send, no libby, no laba, the best choice.
Abusia sikamani edumekuo a ene Ghana for yete abrochire nyina yaji atum Taptap send. Enu aso obefa wo phone na wa download Taptap send no e wo phone so. Taptap send adaworuma amesi kamani ayefu ayede. Memma refi se ene so ba abrochire ha sikamani edumekuo a bogus ye nyina yaji atum se ye no mu be ye adwuma Taptap send.
Reminding you that this is the sound of Africa. OT Radio is live and alive. This is the time we open the house. This this is the newest version, of course, the greatest time of our moments now. OT Radio has come to stay. Tune in on www.otradio.uk.com, and of course, we have live activities more coming on politics, sports, social entertainment, and everything that you request. My name is Sanko Fatichinan, so I'm going to be part and parcel of it, and of course, OT Radio has come to stay. This is the sound of Africa.
Can we call them to see if they need help? Derek is a quiet, thoughtful, honorable, and self.
For the sign. Numeri Abrantia Sabri Oba Oni Babekasa Ewo Sa Topiki Esui. Very soon I will introduce him to you. But before I will do that, let me introduce to you the Growth Director for Taptap Send Africa, Ura Darren Abraham. And so any Ebekasa say Obesawe investment ewo or my Ghana moi. You either need a bank account or a vehicle that you'll be able to use to send your money to Ghana. Now, the best one that tonight I can recommend also to you, Taptap Send. So before I introduce my main speaker, let's hear from Ura Darren Abraham and Sana be the main speaker no Edina bro. Ura Darren, yema aju ABM SIM wakwaba edubaju.
Oh, good evening, everyone. Midin Bremo the London, and I'm from within the mountain here firm into me. I don't know why I say Prince insist to say every week only that way you been within the mountain Abraham within the Kokumata Abraham Mifi Madina. But you will me Ghana, you will me Accra 37 Military Hospital, Martina London in the last 17 years. So I have the lovely job of running the Taptap Send Africa team. And I am, as I say, every Friday, I'm here to listen to you. I'm here to hear what your feedback is about Taptap Send. I'm here for us to talk about what we are doing in Taptap Send and how we can help you to either plan for your return home to Ghana, even if it's just for holiday, or to make sure that you are putting something back home in Ghana as a Okofia Ebeboao, not Esiho, because I had a saying him say, you are quantum into a quantum, no, who are quantum, you have to be kind of putting things aside. Unim said one day, no matter what happens, one day Okofia. Now Okofia, you want to make sure say Bibi will fear air trail, Bibi will fear you can rely on, Bibi will fear Unim said, no matter what, no. It would help sustain you, including the things that you've done here as well. So I would encourage you, say, if you are not already considering it or already thinking of putting some money aside in Ghana or putting some savings in Ghana or doing some investments in Ghana, now is the time to think about it. And we at Taptap Send, myself and my team, are happy. But even before you start all that, we know, say, we can assure you and we can guarantee you, say, Taptap Send is the way to move that money from wherever you are in Europe to Ghana. And I'll tell you one reason why. It's very simple. When you are sending money home, whether for your family or for investment or for projects, you want more money to end up back home, right? You want more CDs to end up back home. Open says CDs, no, ebedu Ghana, no, also. And the way to ensure that that happens, no, is to use a service that gives you the best rates, a service that gives you the highest rates with no fees every time. So you will save yourself some time instead of checking. No, you save yourself some time. Use Taptap Send. It will ensure, say, a lot more money ends up in your investment choice in Ghana. That is the first thing, making sure enough money ends up back home. So whatever you choose to do, no, whatever you choose to invest in, whatever you choose to put your money in, no, one thing to ensure, no matter what you think of, they say more money needs to end up back home. More money needs to end up back home. The way you can ensure that is making sure that you are using a service like Taptap Send, which ensures that you have the best rates every single time. And that's what I'm here to do. And that's why I'm here to help you. And that's why I'm here to help you. Say, make sure you are doing that. The investment opportunities and the investment options, no. But here say you would have to understand say Taptap Send the best way to send to make sure more money ends up home. And we are doing that. Yeah, that's number one. Number two, they say it doesn't matter how big or how small your contributions to Ghana are. Boom. Until you send it £20 a month, Corona. What do you use the Taptap Send? Because a free to send. What I say? Until you send it, it's not costing you any money. So one, more money ends up home, more money ends up back home. Two, it doesn't matter how small your investments are. So my advice number say it doesn't matter. Think of starting now. Start it with £10 a month, start it with £20 a month, start it with small, and use Taptap Send because it's free. Until you send it even 10 times a month, and it would all help. It will all help go towards helping that portfolio you have in Ghana. So it's important to make sure more money ends up back home. One, two, it doesn't matter how small the amount is. Just make sure you are consistently sending something back home, either to any investment portfolio choice you make. No, use Taptap Send because there's no fees. We'll send it £10 a month, it's fine. £5 a month is fine. £100 a month is fine. £1,000 a month is fine. And you can send as many times as you want with no fees. Uti manone, uti abroche, uti UK now, uti Italy now. You are thinking of how to start saving now or how to start investing in Ghana. Make sure more money ends up back home. Please send consistently. Send once, twice, 3 times a month. Send as many times as you want without fees. And Taptap Send, we are here to help you do that. Those two things, and also the two, are the things that I want to say to all my lovely Ghana customers. Mr. Mumfani, seriously. And I think that's all I have to say now for now. I can see main man Prince are joining here. Maybe he can talk about that as well. But that also to me, I'm in here. If you have any questions, I'm here all night.
Yo, better I say, Mauto. But I mean, for 3 days in the Yo, I'm sorry for we are privileged this evening to have this special guest to speak to us on this topic. And with our research, we couldn't find any better person than this gentleman who is going to speak to us this evening. Watina UK had no more Abeco School. I mean, no guitar, ne masters in finance. When it comes to experience, he's having 17 years of experience when it comes to portfolio management and when it comes to investment in Africa, or you'll be or winning beer. Internet war can be with all humility, help me to welcome to our show this evening, Mr. Prince Kwame Akpese. Ora Akpese Yedase Nyumrei se Wajipenie. I know you are very busy this Friday evening like this, but we are privileged to have you to speak to us on investment opportunities in Ghana. Thank you for coming, and we are ready to hear from you.
Thank you very much. When Daryl calls you up Friday afternoon and says he wants you to do something for him, you don't say no. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to help with giving some clarity on what opportunity there are in Ghana, and how people can take advantage take advantage of it. Before we go on, I don't intend to say a lot, but before we go on, I would want to say that I will say a number of things. Please, no one should take them as investment advice. I am giving general opinions. They are not to be construed as investment advice. It would be useful that anybody there is speaks to a licensed investment advisor before they make any investment decision. Now that we've gotten that out of the way,
you are allowed to flow. You are allowed to flow.
Make up a lot more.
No.
So man catch it the Daro can, but I think that the bit that I caught was a part where he was talking about consistency. And I think that if you are looking to invest back home, there are three things that I want everyone to consider. The first one will be that have a good understanding of what your investment objectives are.
Mr. Kwese, before that, can you do me a favor? Although I said a lot about you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you are working, and your experience a little bit, so that at least we know whom we are listening to?
Okay, sure. Well, my name is Prince Akwese. I have a bachelor's from the University of Ghana, and I have a master's from Cranfield University School of Management. I was actually a chief scholar there. I have been in the investment banking space for 17 years now, since I left uni. I've worked as a stockbroker. I've worked in investment advisory. I've worked in transaction advisory, asset management, portfolio management. I made a switch to private equity about 8 years ago. And so I currently work in the private equity space. I work as investment director for Zebu Investment Partners, which is a private equity fund manager that operates across the African continent. We manage two funds. There's a AAF SME fund, which is a $36 million vehicle that made investments in food and agri businesses across sub-Saharan Africa. We made 8 investments in that fund. We are currently investing out of the Africa Food Security Fund, which is a $100 million investment fund that is also focused on the food and agri value chain in Africa. So I have been in the space for quite a bit. I have seen the broad swath of opportunities that there are. Speaking to you this evening, I'm not speaking in my official capacity as as investment director for Zebu Investment Partners, but I just want to share some of the things I have learned over the years with you.
Thank you very much for that. So now you can go on to share your experience and your insight with us on the topic investment opportunities in Ghana or in Africa.
Okay, sure. But allow me to narrow it more directly, more to Ghana. Okay. So before I talk about what opportunities are, I think there are a number of things that that people have to keep in mind. It's important that you have a good understanding of what your investment objectives are, because what your objectives are determines what is good for you or what is not good for you. There are certain investments that may not be good for you, depending on your age, depending on where you are in the investment life cycle, depending on what you are looking to get out of the investment. So if you are looking for, let's say you have maybe 1 million CDs and you want to preserve the value of that million and be getting regular income off of that 1 million to pay for your living expenses and stuff like that, there are certain things you can't do. And it's important that people have that understanding. Closely tied to that is it's a good understanding of what your risk tolerance is. Again, those two things go together. So there are certain things that depending on where you are, you may not necessarily be able to do. For example, if you are looking to go to on retirement pretty soon, maybe you are 50, 55, having a significant part of your investment portfolio in the stock market may not necessarily be a good idea. But then again, there are exceptions to that anyway. So these are all things that people have to talk to the investment advisors to try to get a good understanding of. Another thing that I think people do is they go chasing rates. So I mean to understand what to say a couple of years ago, a bit more invested and now maybe investors can catch almost 10% per month or so, and then eventually the people lost their money, like Sikano Ashi, right?
Sikano Ashi.
Right. Now you have to ask yourself, when you give money to somebody, right? The person has to work with the money that you've given him and a return, pay themselves, and then pay some to you. In investment, beya ubi beya obinya and for 20% a month. Now what be? Now what 10% ne so, and some of the 10% now, so that in a year you make 120%. If you are not strategic, where you are at any particular point in time, what your investment objective is, what your risk tolerance is, what your investment horizon is, and stuff like that, you tend to fall prey to some of these things that may cause you to lose money and may not be very good for you. It can be very bad for you. And I think that it's important say we don't go chasing rates. The other thing that I want to talk about was something that Darren mentioned. It has to do with consistency. So if you are looking to invest, it's not something that you do once and then the way to look at it is to think about it in terms of paying yourself every month. So deɛ woyɛ biara no sɛ woyɛ wo business o sɛ woyɛ obi adwuma o deɛ woyɛ biara no at the end of every month no ɔmo tua ɔka na so ɔmo tua ɔka wotua light bill wotua water bill wotɔ aduane wotua telephone bill wotua ɔka wotɔ fuel wotua transport for London Oyster card those are monies that go out, but what tends to happen with a lot of us and they say you train this kana say a car na next month neba nasi yaji yaketua they are currently as oh yeah they investment. It really doesn't work like that. You have to create a culture of investment so that it becomes more like a discipline that you build and which stays with you for the rest of your life. It's useful, say, utia o phone bill no, utia o power bill no, utia o gas bill no, na utia o hokaso. It can be £10 a month, it can be £20 a month, but just put that away and put that away in something that you have a good understanding of, that fits your investment objective, that fits your investment horizon, that fits your risk profile, and that you have a good understanding of. Having said that, no, I will talk about some of the things that there are that people can invest in. The stock market in Ghana has done quite well over the past couple of years. I think the last 2 years have not been that great, and it's based on a number of factors. But I think, say, in the last 10 years, if you take it on a risk-adjusted basis, as in offer the returns on the market, and as an offer the depreciation of the CD against probably the dollar or the pounder. If you do that calculation, you find out, say, the returns over the period are higher than the depreciation on the currency. So on a real basis, you make a return. You make a positive return. I think there are currently more than 25 companies listed on the stock exchange. The last 12-14 months has seen the market experience some bearish sentiments, and so prices have dropped quite a bit. There are that coupled with some of the cleanup that was done in the banking sector and then all those things. You've had valuations become very attractive for quite a number of stocks. And so it is useful that if you are interested in having exposure to the stock market in Ghana, that you speak to your investment advisor, and they will be able to help you. I think the return on the market from January to now is about it's more than 30%. If you had if you were invested in the market as a whole, right? Not in an individual stock, but if you were invested in the market as a whole, between January and June 25, say not 100 CDs now, you have 135, at least 130 CDs. the cedi has not moved against the pound by more than 10%, and it hasn't done same against the dollar in by more than 10% over the period. And so you are talking about real returns here. Of course, there are other things apart from the stock market. There are treasury bills. Meaning say ebimu beka say treasury bills no rates no sa near there. But then you have to think about you have to look at it this way, that rates on bills are a reflection of inflation expectations, right? If inflation is coming down, definitely the rates will also come down. But the key thing is that on a real basis, like when you adjust it for both inflation and currency movements, now what are you getting? And for those who have very low tolerance for risk, who are looking for some steady income and stuff like that, it may be useful that you speak to your investment advisor to get some understanding of this. There are a couple of other mutual funds that have been operating in the country for quite a bit. I think the funds industry has grown steadily over the period. There are some that are pure equity mutual funds, meaning that the holdings are all in companies listed on the stock market. In fact, some of them are actually they have holdings in other African markets. So if you want exposure to other African markets, you may want to look at those. You may want to look at those. In the mutual fund space as well, there is what they call the balanced funds, which gives you the best, a bit of both worlds, a bit of the equity exposure and a bit of the fixed income exposure, so that your returns may not necessarily be as high as what you would get on a pure equity fund, but you have downside protection with the fixed income. Then you have what are the pure fixed income funds as well, which mainly invest in or has a portfolio made up of only fixed income instruments. So they buy bills, they buy government bonds, they buy corporate bonds, they buy all sort of things that are fits the investment strategy that they lay out in their prospectus. And on a risk-adjusted basis, some of those returns are also interesting. If you speak to an investment advisor, they will be able to tell you what to do based on based on their assessment of all the things that I mentioned before. Of course, there is opportunity in real estate. Over the past couple of years, the sector has grown a fair bit, and there are interesting developments that have come on the market. And so if you have the resources that you want to do real estate investment as well, I think that is also something that there are opportunities in. But once again, speak to an investment advisor. There are issues around land ownership and then all the things that there are. I think I'll pause here. We can take a few questions, and then if there are any explanations to give, I do.
All right. You better say, Prince. Short presentation at Odiama and Mijidi said during the questions from our members, Mijidi said the other things remember are for you to do more explanation on where to invest and which area that you think you will be profitable. So you spoke about the stock market in Ghana, you spoke about T-bills, treasury bills, mutual funds, and real estate. Sabri Medase, again, for making time for us this evening to share your experience with us. Abusia for meda Taptap send for so assese and then you may omukita mimu ema mitimidi jumedi ede ebreo every Friday evening be a time with Taptap send. Yeah, Daniel ho na yafa enkrato from our sponsors. Yeba pe memo akonya na wonso wetimi ebusa speaker asembia opeso busa. Say input say about Taptap send so koku mauto or Hanum said obey ano at the amount. Whilst the commercials are going on, so who are saying you can raise your hand if you are on Zoom. So who and so on Facebook or YouTube and so on. You can put your question in the comment section and I will read that also for you. Na yen speaker etimi ano at the amount. Mami in Kameho, na me fan krato, enonechi. Mefa questions.
Me did ya nyantechwa emre bia am discover for Europe akoma ebusuafo wo Ghana no me use Taptap send no fee mobile money transfer eye easy eye convenient eye fast and sounds so free tua hwe me discover ye mapim Taptap send entienne also download the Taptap send app no ewo mobile phone so free na fesika komo ebusuafo wo Ghana fa na nyina Taptap send papa no.
Hello, I'm Rofeka, living in Europe, Italy to be precise. And whenever I'm sending money to Africa, Ghana, I use Taptap Send. Taptap Send is an app that can be used to send money, any amount of money, to your loved ones. You can simply download this app on Google Play Store. And believe me, you will thank me later because it's very convenient, it's very safe, and so fast. Taptap Send, you've indeed changed our lifestyle.
Hello, my name is Sika, living in Europe, Italy to precise. Whenever I want to send money home to Ghana, I use Taptap Send. It's affordable, reliable, and so convenient. Download the app, use it, and thank me later. Taptap Send, no libby, no laba, the best choice.
Abusia sikamani edwumakuo a ene Ghana fo yete abrochire nyina yaji atum Taptap Send. Enu aso obefa wo phone na wa download Taptap Send no wo phone so. Taptap Send adaworuma amesi kamani ayefo ayede. Memma refi se ene so ba abrochire ha sikamani edwumakuo a bogus ye nyina yaji atum se ye no mu be ye adwuma Taptap Send.
Reminding you that this is the sound of Africa. OT Radio is live and alive. This is the time we open the hands of the best. This is the newest version, of course, the greatest time of our moments now. OT Radio has come to stay. Tune in on www.otradiouk.com, and of course, we have live activities more coming on politics, sports, social entertainment, and everything that you request. My name is Taptap, so I'm going to be part and parcel of it. And of course, OT Radio has come to say this is the sound of Africa.
Right. Thank you and welcome back again to the show, Time with Taptap Send, live on OT Media TV. This evening, my guest to discuss this topic, investment opportunities in Ghana, is Mr. Prince Kwame Akpese. Yo, abusiafo sabre ekwan eda ho no mo ema se o asembisa bi ewo ekwan a obetimi afa so na wonso waye investment ewo oman Ghana mu a emre ewo ho no mo se wonso utimi enya asa akwanya ne na utimi ebusa asembi a opese obusa na answer na mefa mo questions no mamidi kan embusa ora se anye bia meti amono ne I mean, person be investment. My Ghana. Do I need a bank account before I'll be able to make an investment in Ghana
now? Me patcho derby. Here bank account. I think say in even time me started in 2004 na na a lot of some of your investment clients no omo amanon no krano na omo here so omo bank account at Ghana. Usually what happened was that the investment company had an account, and so they would just give the account to the customer. The customer then makes the deposit, and then sends a copy of the transaction slip to the company with the instruction as to what investments they wanted to make. And now mobile money, any other electronic channels, you don't necessarily need to have a bank account. I think that a lot of the investment houses are very digitally aware, and you don't need to have a bank account. And with a service like Taptap Send, where you can receive money on a mobile money wallet and things like that, I think it makes it a whole lot easier than it was in the past.
All right. A follow-up question. Obinsu ASC Mimbusa Emmanuel say, do you get a better returns by investing in Ghana than holding your money in pounds in your bank account in the UK? Advice Ben Awas.
Again, two things. It depends. It depends on the individual, and it depends on what the person's investment objective is. If you hold your money in the UK, I mean what the current savings rate is right now, but I doubt it's more than 2%, right, per annum. It's actually lower than that. So yes, you keep the money, but there's opportunity to make something on it here that if you adjust for the movement of the currency, it could still be worth it. But ninyina say one obia or investment munim dear ebidin komo na wachechiro mu ye.
Question call Emma Kokumoto Darren. Obi ensu ebusa se ohwese de Taptap na nsen a mo baye mo grow fast na also obey den no betime invest in Taptap Send. Is it possible?
Asempa, we are talking about investment in Ghana. Also, see Taptap Send.
Then you know investment.
Mate. They say there, yeah, doing home. They say yeah, be a Taptap Send shares. Yeah. We are still building a company. There'll be a time. I can see a time will come where we would do what they call an IPO, and we would probably go public. They say, I know a few of us have come together and I support it, and then we are building it. And then you build it, and then we'll come and talk to Prince. Say he should tell us how much you pay for it, and then you can all bring your money, and then we'll make it bigger. But they say, no, it's not possible just yet. Give us some time. Into build it, and I want all of us to help us build it. All of you to help me build it, so that we can get it to a point where we can all try to invest in it very soon.
Yo, yeah, that's it. Abusiafo wonso wo akwenya se sabre wonso question be regarding investment opportunities back home. Ubitimi ebusa yen speaker and enumere about tap send and so and also no wo ho akwenya se ubitimi ebusa. Ye uhia ne se wo zoom no so ubitimi ama onsa so mefro na wo meet wo na wo do back on camera na wo busa wo question. Baby, I won't person the back camera, met you as and me mouse aquinyano, met you as Mammy Encoso na mimbusa sa as in way so be en ediaba. Ora pese, or see mimbusa say, hey, daddy, and yet pese. I pese. The Java Chevy. What's mimbusa man say, you spoke about mutual funds. Which is a mixture of equity and fixed. Is it fixed deposit or fixed income?
Fixed income.
Fixed income.
Yes. Fixed deposit is a subset of
fixed income. Okay. Right. Very good. So this question, Obusa said, can you recommend or suggest or any of these banks product that face Okoto and also invest in terms of returns? Can you make mention of any or give? I know it's tight, but yeah.
I think that if you go to Databank or you go to Ecobank Development Corporation, I think they now call themselves EDC Investments, or you go to Stanlib, Stanbic Investment Managers. I think they should be able to help you, and I think Republic Investment as well. They should be able to help you.
Okay, all right. Medasi, my main fa we and so Emma Darren we course about Taptap sending money direct to bank account. I've been trying to figure out how to send money direct to my bank account in Ghana, but it seems impossible. Darren, be say Taptap send more advertise the BSSC Mutimi send this direct from your app to a bank account in Ghana. But I don't know what try what could be the possible reason why he's not been able to send money to his bank account in Ghana.
It's the way they're factoring or way they're factoring because me who say are they and yet as straightforward and easy to see the bank account option on the app. So I'm looking at the app right now. Before app, no me app near. Be up now. You have to put the amount you want to send in, and then you click next. Clicking next, it gives you a chance to enter the name of the recipient. And then normally, in Kofa, they are sending before, their names come up until you choose one. And normally they be either MTN and I say, "Oh, be I was send the Airtel and I Vodafone." But this time, no person your bank account. Just enter the person's name or your Bodino. It didn't be a Terry John, my boy Terry John, and then press next. Or press it next after our Bodino. Then you will see the two options. I don't know if you can see on my thing here. No? Those two options will come up. Those two options will then allow you to choose between bank account or mobile money. Boom. See, I'll do it again. The very simple thing is type in the amount you want to send and then press next. Or press it next, it will give you a chance to enter the name of the person you want to send to. Into the Dino Boma, after what type of Dino, or press it next, then it will give you the option to send to a bank account or a mobile wallet. we are working on bringing this option up a bit more so that it's easier to see. And that's why I'm saying because it's not as easy say straight away. But so that it can be more obvious. As I say, no. As I've said, no, and no. Bacho, Bodino, Obodini we are, then that option will come up. In fact, Eunice, Michelle, I can see your comments into. Maybe you can message me and then I'll try and help you out. But may I sure say I can assure say that option is available to iPhones. Yeah.
Thank you. My next follow-up question also goes to you, Darren. In terms of investment in Ghana, where can Taptap come in to assist their customers to be able to invest back home in Ghana?
You see, the idea is we are making it, like I said earlier, we are making it easy for you to be able to send money consistently and send money as many times as you want. That's number one. So we are helping that. And we are also helping to make sure more money ends up back home to take away the what do you call it? The moving money risk, no. Also because normally movies you lose some money. So we move it from pounds to cedis, no. So by giving you a very good rate, we are ensuring even though you are moving the money, you are not paying a fee to move the money. It's free to send the money, and more money ends up back home, which means that you have a higher rate. So we are making it possible, we are making it possible, you send more money back home towards the investment. And us launching this bank account functionality, it's directly allowing you to send money to your bank account. That is what you use to invest now. So some people still use bank account to invest in Ghana. They like making the payments from their bank accounts in Ghana. We've allowed many banks. So apps are nehoka for you. Plenty banks are able to send money directly to. And you can also now send money directly to your mobile money account, which you can then use to make investments as well in Ghana. So that is exactly what we are doing. And we are also very easily having these discussions so that we can open the discussion among us and also bring people like my good friend, Kamiak, for many, many, many years to talk to us about these things. And we'll be here. I've told you, every Friday, Inti, you know my name, you know where I work, you know my email address. Send me an email. If you have questions about you are looking for maybe I open some investment DNB or Ghana or Bibabwa, we can connect you to people who can connect you to people. Because we are talking to people in Ghana every day. We are working with many banks in Ghana. We are working with many people in Ghana, and we probably could point you in a direction. Now, have the conversation now. Be a Bibabwa. So, like for example, when who brings a net, and you are thinking, maybe a prince, he has a couple of brain cells, so you want to come and talk to him. We can facilitate that, and he can probably point you in the right direction of some advisors that you can talk to. So here at Taptap, I am keen as the director to help you as much as I can, all our customers, to be able to invest in Ghana using Taptap Send, making it easy for you to do that, and also making it easy for us to connect you to the different instruments that are available in Ghana if you want us to do that. Because hey, we're a financial company, and we know some people who can probably talk to you and help you.
All right. My next question also goes to you, and later on I'll come to Mr. Kwese. This question is about security. Day in, day out, yet say about this internet fraudsters. How safe, coming from one customer, how safe is their bank details saved on your app?
Yes, absolutely.
Talking about Taptap Send,
yeah. This is something I should probably say every week. Every Friday, I will try and say it every Friday. And this is simple. We are regulated by some pretty tough regulations. And the regulations that we are regulated by is the same level of regulation that all the banks in the UK are regulated by. So, bank BR over UK BR, and you think they are safe? No. We are also regulated by the same standards that the banks are regulated by, which means that we have to uphold the highest levels of security possible. And if we make one mistake, I'm personally liable. If we make one mistake, we are personally liable. So some of us could actually get in some serious trouble by making one mistake. So it is in our interest and your interest. In fact, all of us are interested. We maintain those very, very, very high stringent levels of security. So your bank details are secure. We don't actually store it. There is a secure way of doing it. It will enter. It lives in some very secure scripts that nobody gets to see. I don't have access to it. Nobody has access to it. Nobody can see it. So your details are secure. We are taking it very, very seriously. We know that it is very, very important, and we've not had any problems, and we are praying to God say it will continue like that. And we are also making sure that we are doing everything we have to do by the law and by the standards by which we uphold ourselves to make sure say we are always secure and will continue being secure.
You are always secure and continue being secured. I will ask my next question, and it goes to Mr. Pese. Akpese, factually, but me blame me director because there be a because on money fetridechi endi na mitimi body. That's just by the way. He also spoke about investing in real estate. And when it comes to real estate, we all know land issues. Sometimes even some real estate developers will promise you heaven and earth. You put your money in, build foundation level, still 3 years, and that's all. What would be your advice when one decides to invest in real estate? Either by maybe buy to rent or maybe any form of investment when it comes to real estate. What would be your advice, or what can you tell us?
So what I'll say is this: the risk is the risk is there, and I'm pretty sure all of us in our families and in our circles we've had really horror stories of people who've worked very hard and sent money home for them to build a house for them, and then they come home and then what they find is not anything to write home about. Depending on what one wants to do and depending on what one's resources are, I think over the past couple of years, there have been some developers who have established a track record for themselves in the country. Some of them operate at the very high end of the market, but I think that there are some that have found a niche in the middle of the market that is not really very served well, and are coming up with very interesting developments in interesting locations that people can take advantage of. I recently saw some group doing a hotel apartment type thing in Accra, which is like really new. It's not something that that is very common, and so there are all these names that have established a track record. And I will say that if you want to deal in the space, then it would be useful to try to deal with a name that has some track record, and not one that is promising to give you a house in that place. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Darren, we echo at the amount. Obi Ebusa said, is there any plans in place for people in Ghana to be able to send money through your app to any bank account in Europe? Is there any plans of that nature in place, Anna?
I mean, Adie, I'm really glad to hear say some of my lovely customers will say, I'm going to be based. I'm going to be this Sunday this way. Me pick you. This guy this Sunday I go share. Yeah. I don't know which people are these, but okay, maybe there is. But let me get serious for a minute. We don't have there's no plans to do that. So we are what we call a mission-driven startup. A mission startup is a startup or a mission company. Our mission is we want to help develop Ghana and develop Africa. So my main mission is I want to move as much money as I possibly can from the West to Africa. And that's my mission right now. So I wake up thinking about it, I sleep thinking about it, and I spend all my days thinking about it. I want to focus all my efforts on that. So I am not planning in the near future or any time as far as I can see to move money the other way, because once you start to diversify too much and do so many different things, so you lose focus as a business, and then you start to kind of spend money on things that actually don't really make a difference. What I want to do is make a difference to Ghana and make a difference to Africa and make a difference to helping develop Africa. And you would not believe how much last week we talked about the impact of remittances on Ghana, because the impact that we are having by moving money from Europe to Africa is huge. It's kind of unthinkable, and that's what's keeping me happy right now. So, like, I say sorry no, and I absolutely believe in the mission. So this is my new religion, and it's becoming obsessive. So I don't want to dilute it, and I don't want to change it. So I'm sorry, sir, we don't have anything like that planned in the foreseeable future. Maybe after I've long gone, maybe 25, 30 years, maybe. Now Ghana was media Sunday has say, but to say they want to move the money to Ghana so that we can invest in Ghana and develop Ghana and grow Ghana so that we can use the resources that we have in Ghana to enrich ourselves and do bigger things. That's it.
Thank you very much. I have one question from one non-Ghanaian, and I think this question definitely we are going to tackle it next week on our next episode. We're going to bring one bank on board for us to talk more about the banking sector in Ghana as well. So please hold on for me with your question. Then the question the person is trying to ask is, how can a non-Ghanaian get a bank account in Ghana? Definitely, I promise you, next week, we are going to tackle this question for you. So, Fashe Frijin. Okay, Darren, let me take this one, and I think we will try to wrap up for today. This question is coming from one of our customers, and Obusa said, Taptap Send is saying that they are not charging any fee on the transfer to Ghana. Mm-hmm. They are promising excellent rates. Mm-hmm. And every business they have their profit motive somewhere there. So if you are promising all this, how are you making money as a business?
Sampa, yeah, I'll be honest with you and tell you what really happens. And I'm being honest because I'm being as honest as I possibly can. We want to be a different kind of money transfer company, and we want to be as transparent as we are. So the reason we are doing this is that money remittance and money transfer has been one of those places that people have made a lot of money from customers for no reason. And the higher the cost of moving money to Africa and Ghana, the lower the amount of money that is moved, right? So the UN has a goal, which is the UN Sustainable Development Goal, which is by 2030, cross-border transfers should be less, the cost of cross-border transfers should be less than 3%. That's the mission that we started with, and that's the mission that we are trying to achieve. It is possible, and I'll tell you why. We buy foreign exchange in bulk. That's one reason. We source foreign exchange. I mean, I talk to a lot of people, and they are my fair friends say, oh, on connecting me, so one or two banks for your Ghana, because we are always finding ways to find a way to source local currency and different currency in bulk so that we can make our money there, and so that we can still give you a good rate and give you free transfers, as long as we continue using the clever ways that we have to find a way to source foreign currency in bulk. And we are also a purely digital business. So I mean, your company, you're a very lean company. You need stores, you need shops, you need all these different things. So our cost of actually operating the business is purely tech, it's low. So technology has meant that we can keep our costs very low. And if we source currency at a very good rate in bulk, because we are sending a lot of money to Ghana, so we can forward buy. I mean, We can backwards buy, we can hedge, we can do different things with Forex, which means that that's where we are making our money. And also, my culture, and also, but it's enough for us to be able to be sustainable as a business and to make sure that we can keep giving you the best rate as well as charging no fees. We've been doing that in Ghana for 3 years, and we've been able to prove. It started people didn't believe that it was possible, but we've been doing it for 3 years and we haven't stopped, right? And I'm not planning to stop. I've got excited by it and I've seen how the thing is working. Masa, we'll continue doing this until it's possible, because if we keep doing this, we can move more money back home and we can develop our nation and make our nation great. And I think this is why I'm telling you that it's possible, and I'm excited by it every day.
Thank you very much.
I hope so that's explained it. I hope so that's not too technical, but I've tried to explain it in the best possible way.
It's not too technical. My last question, Nafi, my last words from my speakers this evening. Na yedi jumedino aba area. Bernard, Adute, Bernard, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, sorry. Good evening to everybody. Thanks so much, Prince and the team. I had my doubts for the first time using Taptap Send. A friend really had to push me to the wall to do it. And today it is the best service I'm enjoying. At any time, yes, like the freedom to do things. Our guest speaker talked a lot about areas for investment. I actually am more into agribusiness. So I work in the agribusiness space. I certify producers in Ghana for European exports to export to Europe. And I was anticipating, I joined this because I was anticipating our guest speaker would probably hit, a little bit on the agriculture sector and the need and essence of investing in agriculture. Maybe another time, I'm sure he would, because his portfolio is rich in that area. And with all the money you are sitting on, we want to know how we can access those money to grow and export, to Europe.
Very good one.
A lot has been done by the government, but I think also the aspirants or those of you who are more here. I just came to Europe just last few months, so I'm new here. But most of you here, I'm sure there is an urgency to start looking at investment within the value chain, particularly the export value chain at the market end here in Europe, where we don't have so much control. We are only doing horizontal production systems in Ghana. And so farmers just produce, sit and wait for some rains to come or wait for a buyer to approach. But if there are Ghanaians, some Ghanaians are trying, but if there are more Ghanaians interested in this value chain development in terms of exports, then we can have a lot of control of warehousing, control of supply distribution of our Ghana yams, of our potatoes, of our pineapples, of the produce that our farmers are burning their fingers to produce. So I would expect more. Maybe the next meeting, probably we need to get him again to touch more on agriculture, because that's where I think the opportunities are huge there. And the government of Ghana also is doing a lot. There are so many processing companies at the moment coming up, which have been even developed, but raw material base is a problem. So it's another area which demands investment, producing raw materials, producing more pineapples for the factories, getting contracts to supply the factories, So I don't know, but this is an area which I really would want you to touch more on. I really want to know more and then see how I can get that money you are sitting on. Yeah.
I decided to restrict my presentation to financial products. because agribusiness opportunities means to a very large extent that you have to be here because of the way that things are. I've seen too many people who have done remote farming. That hasn't worked out. And so yes, there are different opportunities and there are interesting things that I keep seeing every day that probably another time we can have a conversation about. But I think I would love to get a contact for you, so we could chat. Probably we could I could get a potential pipeline company from you. So I'd love to keep in touch.
Be interesting.
Awesome. Abusiafo, Kaminyaya, we can continue and on. But it looks like time also a year BT and Kakra. Inti Mame NJ, my last words from my speakers. But looking at the way I say interest in the next week we are continuing the same topic. If say Ora Prince but next week we will focus more specifically with a specific bank, how you'll be able to get some of their products, because a bit general ultimately and promote bank be, but you better try say the bank be back no be can products and one any so you'll be able to open a bank account in Ghana whilst living in the UK, and even those who are non-Ghanaians, how will they be able to open bank accounts in Ghana? We will be looking into all that. And also, not just next week, but we will continue again, because when you look at the sectors that one can invest in, the agro-processing businesses are there, the financial sectors are there, infrastructure, all forms of investment opportunities. We will be looking into all those areas. So we are not ending here. Obi said any first time at OTA programming, very insightful. Yes, this is what Taptap want to do for their customers and their potential customers. Give you the information and where you'll be able to put your money. Enkoye DKM Asimbia the back on the bomudi. Now also you should also know, said the speaker, your investment objective. Untimi enka say ene udisike na ubenya 100% debi na one koye victim of sankrofon. All right, mami enje me last words from a year ora a year apese. Maybe my last word. And also, if somebody want to contact you, how will they be able to get in touch with you and all that? We want to hear from you. Then also, I'll take my last words from Darren. Nafi, Yadijimedino, Abba every year.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think it's been very good to have this chat. I think that we need to continue to have these chats in a way that help our brothers and sisters outside the country. The money of the diaspora is very important for our development. And it's not something that we should overlook at all. And so I'd encourage, say, as much as possible, they should look back home. It can be £20 every month. Over 30 years, that adds up quite a bit. And that's the way that people build resources that they are then able to use to do other things. Beside opportunities now, there are other opportunities. agri business. Some of them are really small. Maybe there's opportunity for direct investment in them. Over the past couple of years, angel investing. Angel investing has really picked up here. I know that there's an angel investors network that sees different deals and different opportunities that young people are doing, which need funding that money can go to. That's another way for those who are so inclined and have the resources now. This thing is being broadcast on radio, so I am. But contacting me, you can just get in touch with Daryl. He will give you my number, and then you can call me, or you can WhatsApp me, or anything. If you need me to connect you to an investment advisor in Ghana, I'm happy to do that. If you need maybe an introduction to some place here and there, and I am able to, I will be glad to do that as well. Save, invest, be consistent. Thank you very much.
Save, invest, be consistent. Yo, ora pese ye beda say when nyamre na out of your busy schedule, or make it time to speak to us. Said here, we share response back from our customers and our audience now. You could tell, say, they want to hear more from you. So we will have a chat with you once again and see, say, the best time on this show again. But as you said, this is a very interesting conversation. Wrongly, the sweat our sweating, not to say wasted. We are trying our best to give our customers the right information and where they can invest their money. Now, omuku fi ochina na nkoye say omaba be ejumagu na chese omanyamfa so bia also. That's what we are trying to do. So we will be happy to partner with you and tap into your experience to advise or support our customers. Thank you very much for coming this evening.
Thank you too. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. All right, Darren. Yenti on sweat or last words now for you.
Me dine mauto, me dine kokumoto, me peki peki.
Mbacho Ochina umami akpele ni fechidechi, I'll be able to mention that. Anyway.
They say, I mean, big thank you to OT Media and OT Radio for having us every week. And when we talked about doing something like this for our customers, I must admit I wasn't too sure. So yeah, you can watch some, but it's turned out to be an amazing Friday evening, every evening. Into Yadamosepa, all of you who join us every Friday evening, you bring your questions, you bring your feedback, and you bring the kind of conversation that we want to be having as Ghana for yet to UK, and I say yet to Italy, and I say yet to Europe, and I yet to Abuja in general. No, we should be talking about mind Ghana, because we love Ghana more than most things, right? And we all of us live here with a view say, one day we'll go back home. We still support our families back home. We still send money back home. And I want to be here helping, supporting, and doing whatever I can to help you to do that. Inti, like I say every week, if you have any feedback, if you have any comments, you have any questions, you have any thoughts, mauto@taptapsend.com. Pacho, send him an email. I'll find a way to answer it, and I'll find a way to take it into consideration. But thank you very much, my very good friend and my very dear roommate, Prince Kwame Akwese, that I've known from many years at University of Ghana, and we are still here and we are still working together. Nanote to me that's from OT Radio for hosting us, and we would continue coming as long as you keep having us. No, if it's okay with you, we'll come back next week and we'll come back again. So, and to all our customers who are making Taptap Send great and making Taptap Send your choice for sending money back home for investment and sending money back home to support your families. I am very, very grateful. Madam Wasepa and Munti Nayawaha. Thank you very much.
Thank you too for coming this evening, and also a big thank you to Taptap Send also for supporting this program every weekend. Meda yen customers ne yetiefo nyina so ase say every Friday you make time with us for us to have a discussion ebeboa yen said ebeya yen sikasem enso ebeko ye ede amayen. Nyame yadoma next week I'm bringing one representative from one of the banks in Ghana, and we will talk more about financial products that you can invest in Ghana. Now, for other areas too that you can also invest, we'll be talking more and how you'll be able to open bank accounts in Ghana, either as a Ghanaian or non-Ghanaian. We will be discussing that, and make a date with us once again next week. Name for making time with us this evening. If you download the Taptap, Mr. Wa, I'm giving you this promo code. It's worth £5 or €5. The promo code is Ghana. Promo code in Ghana. So we'll download the app now. Ebedu baby, it will ask you for your promo code. Ode Ghana na eshe honoma ebema £5 or €5. Free of charge from Taptap. As your free bonus for coming this evening. Nyame Yaduma, we will come your way once again. Same time next week, UK time 8 to 9 and Ghana time 7 to 8. Mr. Wa Shenenso, the same Zoom code now they buy and as a link now they buy the same, and I'll be near you so every Friday evening to join us for us to have a discussion and take something home that will help you in terms of your finance. Meaning any Nana Kwame Osaitsu. I'll come your way once again. Name Anthony Bekono, my Yemfa and Krato from our sponsors. And also the just ended Ghana Diaspora Investment Summit. The outlook of Ghana said investment any outlook and also TBB Kakrebi, also from the CEO of Ghana Investment Promotion Council Center. Tino Nafi Yamfa Medino and Brevi Macrao Yamishamina. Bye bye for now.
Me did the young antechua, and maybe I'm discovered for Europe. I come a for Ghana. No, me used to Taptap Send. Taptap Send. No fee mobile money transfer. Easy, convenient, fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover map him. Tap Send. Intienne. Also download the Taptap Send app. No, ever mobile phone so free. Na first ka come abusuya for Ghana for na. Taptap Send. Papa no.
Hello, I'm
by technology. The Chief of Staff in the Office of the President, Honorable Frema Osei-Pari. The ambassador, I call her the most powerful force of the diaspora in Ghana and abroad. Ambassador for the Diaspora Affairs Forum, Your Excellency Erica Bennett. Mr. Akwisia Bibiu is the Director of the Diaspora Office at the Office of the President. Members of the Diplomatic Corps here represented, and the MC did mention quite a number of them. CEOs, members of the business community, our cherished Ghanaians in the diaspora, our partners from the press, and our special representative from the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, who is really our partner in this summit, Ambassador Kwabena Osei-Dankwa. Ladies and gentlemen, indeed, this for us is a very auspicious and important event. And there are very strong motivations for us at GIPC having this event. As you well know, Ghana has taken a new path. And please excuse me if I may speak without the mask. Ghana has taken a new path of industrialization and is moving its economy from just the export of raw materials and resources to value added, and thereby creating significant opportunity for her citizens and for all those who are in Ghana. We do recognize that 2020 was beset with almost a global tragedy of the pandemic. But also, in my opinion, the year 2020 ushered in Africa's decade. But Africa, as we know it, is just not its citizens. It's every person of African birth that lives anywhere in the world. And as we look at our continent and try and bring wealth creation and development to our continent, one of the critical elements is how we would fund African development. We are all aware that Africa houses not less than 30% of the world's remaining mineral resources, including oil and gas, gold, diamonds, bauxite, copper, iron ore, lithium, cobalt, and many other elements that are required to retool the world back into its former glory. Yet Africa is an import-dependent continent. Africa is a wealthy continent, but its people are still wallowing in poverty. But we believe the time has come to marshal forces here and abroad and contribute significantly to putting Africa in its right place. And I dare say that come 2050, when Africa's population will be 1/4 of the world's population, Africa will be a powerful force for world development. And we need the partnerships of every African in the diaspora and every person in the diaspora as a partner in this endeavor. The pandemic, with its impact on African economies, has made demands for innovative sources of financing, revenue, capital mobilization, and much more things that are important to our economic sustainability. Our diaspora is growing. The African diaspora has been growing over the past few decades. And similarly, their savings as well as their resources available for investment into their countries of origin are also growing. A 2019 preliminary estimate by the World Bank identifies Ghana as a country with annual diaspora savings in excess of $1 billion. So for us in government, there must be a deliberate effort to tap this resource and use it significantly for national development. But it's just not the capital that they bring that is important. It's the skills, the knowledge, the technology transfer, the cultural exchanges that are important for us as a nation in the Community of Nations. What this conference seeks to do is to bring us closer to the diaspora and to bring the diaspora closer to home. We believe that there is a lot of mutual benefit that we can derive from this. And I will give a few examples of why this is critical. For example, mobilizing capital. This represents the largest share of diaspora capital transferred to countries of origin. And there are proven ways in which citizens share prosperity and growth. In 2016, diaspora remittances flows to sub-Saharan Africa alone was approximately 33 billion. In Ghana, remittances have helped decrease or reduce poverty by at least 5% over the past 5 to 10 years. And Ghana is the second largest remittance recipient in Africa after Nigeria, with remittances increasing by 5% to reach 3.6 billion in 2020, as according to the World Bank Migration and Development Report of 2021. Now, this is just the formal remittances from Ghanaians last year. There's a sound belief that there is more, and perhaps that number could top $5 billion a year. Unfortunately, there has been no structured template or format through which this opportunity is harnessed into national development, although it happens in an indirect way. And so for us, it's important to actually create the pathways for this to happen. And I'm happy to say that government is working on the Homeland Act, which will define the protocols of engagement with the diaspora. But as well, the Office of the Diaspora, the Presidency, is putting together the diaspora policy, which will then enumerate the ways in which that engagement will be acted in a formal way. But that's not the only way that we can benefit from the diaspora. Many countries have actually issued diaspora bonds to also find a formal way of attracting diaspora funding into the economies. And the list is many. India, in 1991, 1998, and 2000, issued diaspora bonds. Israel has done so and has raised almost $38 billion since 1951 from its diaspora. Bangladesh, Pakistan, Philippines, and Sri Lanka have their diaspora as a major resource for national development. And I believe that Ghana can do the same. Indeed, in Africa, quite a number of countries have issued diaspora bonds. Ethiopia, Kenya, Nigeria, and tapping the diaspora bonds is a long-term strategy and a multi-year process, and is dependent, amongst other things, political and socio-economic factors such as economic performance and perceptions about political stability. Ghana is ranked second most peaceful country in Africa and the most peaceful in West Africa by the 2021 Global Peace Index. And I dare say that since 2017, Ghana has embarked on a new path of economic development. And from a GDP growth that had slowed down to its lowest in 20 years in 2016 to 3.6%. The new direction and a new commitment to the economy in 2017 doubled that GDP growth to 8.1%. And we are happy to say that in the 3 years preceding to 2020, Ghana's economy was growing at an average of 7% per annum, one of the fastest growth rates in the world. So we are peaceful. We have an economy that is showing great promise. We have to now work with all our partners everywhere in the world to make that happen. And as we go out seeking FDI, we also seek partnerships with the diaspora. And I also, once again, will take the opportunity to say that Ghana has positioned itself through its programs throughout the years, from the PANAFest to the Joseph Project, and to the Year of the Return and beyond the year return, as a de facto, if I may choose that word to use, Mecca for the African in the diaspora. And that is the basis on which we are constructing our Homeland Act and our diaspora policy. But I say, in Ghana, the opportunities are immense. And they are built on a foundation of a strong maxim called Ghana Beyond Aid, a national agenda aimed at creating a wealthy, inclusive, sustainable, empowered, and resilient Ghana. In short, a wiser Ghana, which will engage the world through trade and investment. 5 broad goals of the Ghana Beyond Aid agenda provides opportunities for partnerships with the diaspora and foreign direct investment and our indigenes. And let me just quickly go through. And these include manufacturing through a policy called the One District, One Factory policy, which democratizes our economy and creates industrial enterprises in every nook and cranny of the 260 districts we have in Ghana. The 1D, 1F means One District, One Factory, and includes agro-processing, value addition, labor-intensive manufacturing, the digital economy, and an ability to capitalize on our position as the gateway to the ECOWAS market, over 370 million people, and as headquarters of the African Continental Free Trade Area. Then we have another policy for agricultural growth because we are an agricultural nation. And that policy is the planting for food and jobs. And that would give us the strength to go back and build better on agriculture by increasing productivity and increasing value addition, but also bringing about food security both for consumption and for export, and as a template and the foundations for industry. Then, of course, there's green technology, and the government drive to have increased green installed power and power generating capacity from 1% and recycling as a key feature of waste management. This will require knowledge and technology transfer in green energy sources. Then, of course, there's housing. Government will create and strengthen partnership with the diaspora to provide affordable housing through finance, as well as expertise in building low-cost housing and local materials. And I'm indeed very glad to tell you that there are a number of exhibitors here today from the diaspora who have significant housing projects all over the country. And then, of course, tourism. Through initiatives of the Year of Return and Beyond the Return, government seeks to forge partnerships with the diaspora to position Ghana as one of the top 5 tourist conference destinations in Africa and the first in West Africa. And indeed, in 2019, CNN actually pointed as Ghana as a country to watch and one of the countries to visit globally. I will end by going through the current program that government has put in place for rejuvenating the economy, and it's called the Ghana Cares Obatampa Project. Ghana Cares means COVID alleviation and revitalization of enterprises support program. Now, this creation involved extensive consultations all around the country with input from key stakeholders, including the Ghana professionals in the diaspora. It's a 100 billion cedi program of spending and investment to stimulate the economy and support Ghanaian businesses. At least 70% of that is expected to be raised from private sources. And so those of us at the GIPC will be knocking at the doors of the diaspora and knocking at the doors of the diplomatic community to forge stronger partnerships to ensure that we create the space and the energy for the private sector to do that. And then, of course, government also seeks to raise an initial target of $500 million under the Ghana Century Fund. This will be through strategic partnerships, sovereign wealth funds, institutional investors, and the diaspora. And there will be monitoring of the project outcomes under the Implementation Monitoring Council, which will include external associates, for example, accomplished Ghanaians in the diaspora, in order to benefit from global best practices. And then, of course, under the Ghana Cares, we are also setting up the Development Bank. The Development Bank Ghana will provide credit lines for qualifying financial institutions for onward lending to their clients, particularly small and medium-sized enterprises. The Development Bank funds will be long-term, 15 years, and will be at reasonable rates to support Ghanaian businesses, particularly in the agro-industry, manufacturing, and modern services sector. These will offer business opportunities for partnerships in these priority sectors. And then, of course, institutionalization of the diaspora partnerships. At the country level, formal cooperation makes it easy to draw on available skills and expertise in the diaspora. The National Development Cooperation Policy provides opportunities for partnerships, focusing on ownership, alignment, and mutual accountability, managing for results and value for money with our partnerships, both in the diaspora and private sector in Ghana. Last and not the least, the skills, the knowledge, and the technology transfer we believe we can harness and harvest from the diaspora are immense. And in Ghana's private sector, we will find very shining examples of businesses set up by Ghanaians from the diaspora who came in and set up these businesses, greenfields, and today are thriving. I take this opportunity to also say that our guest speaker from today is from the diaspora. And if you look in Ghana's government today, there are quite a number of people who came from the diaspora. And so that harvesting of knowledge, skills, best of practices from the world is not lost upon us. And we look further to engaging the diaspora wholesale in the development of our country. And in doing so, we will also embrace the Sustainable Development Goals. And the two most important goals for our development is SDG 1, which talked about the eradication of poverty, and SDG 17, which emphasizes on partnerships and linkages. And therefore, we are very humbled and honored that we have members of the diplomatic corps here today with us, because they also understand that partnerships and linkages are important. In conclusion, I'll say that the diaspora remains a very integral part of Ghana's development agenda, both as a source of capital and both as a source of knowledge, skills, and cultural transformation. Government has and is creating a conducive policy framework to welcome an institutional... My apologies. I think the message is powerful. And I'll say that again. The Ghana government has enacted a conducive policy framework to welcome and institutionalize diaspora cooperation and investment. And it begins from now. Under government's development goals, several opportunities exist both for the diaspora investment within the Ghanaian economy for sustainable development. And over the next 2 days, we hope this engagement will trigger an excitement, not just Ghanaians in the diaspora, because the diaspora is not just about Ghanaians. And I did say at the beginning that there are many of black origin from the continent who will participate in the development of the continent if we create the necessary pipelines of engagement and invitation and embracing each other as people from the continent. So thank you very much for your patience in listening, and let's have a wonderful 2 days, and let's stay together to build a wonderful Africa and a wonderful world. Thank you.
Profeka, living in Europe, Italy to be precise, and whenever I'm sending money to Africa, Ghana, I use Taptap. Taptap is an app that can be used to send money, any amount of money, to your loved ones. You can simply download this app on Google Play Store. And believe me, you will thank me later because it's very convenient, it's very safe, and so fast. Taptap, you've indeed changed our lifestyle.